The Dharma ending age is a concept frequently mentioned in the prophecies of sages from east to west, including the startling 1,000-year-old prophecy of a Tibetan Grand Master. When the iron birds soar through the sky and the iron horses thunder across the land, the age of Dharma decline has arrived. Men grow crude and licentious. Women lose their purity. Even the ordained can no longer uphold precepts and virtue. At this time, the world is in chaos, plagued by epidemics and famine. War has plunged human life into misery and utter destitution. According to legend, before the Buddha Shakyamuni entered nirvana, he taught his disciples that after his passing, a wise sage would emerge from a golden lotus. The saint prophesied by Shakyamuni Buddha was none other than Guru Padmasambhava, the one who brought Buddhism to Tibet and is revered by devotees as the lotus-born Buddha. The prophecy was made by great master Lien Huasheng when he foretold the future of humanity. The shocking prophecy from a Tibetan master 1,000 years ago. Over 1,000 years ago, the divine lotus-born master accurately prophesied the events unfolding in our present era: successive natural disasters, rampant famine and epidemics, the invasion of Tibet, the destruction of temples and Buddha statues, and the slaughter of monks. Comparing these predictions with reality today, anyone can easily see how astonishingly precise they were. Teachings. They neither chanted sutras nor recited the Buddha. Progress with the times. However, the most shocking incident was likely the case of Thailand's wealthy monk, Frog Warapal Sufal, abbot of Pa Kang Ti Tham Temple in Si Saket province. Images of him sitting on a private jet, wearing sunglasses, and carrying luxury brand bags were leaked, causing a public uproar. Before fleeing to the US, he had nearly $11 million seized from dozens of personal bank accounts. Additionally, he was accused of child abuse, money laundering, tax evasion, and drug possession. Not stopping there, in August 2018, the US government charged over 300 priests with child sexual abuse involving nearly 1,000 victims in the state of Pennsylvania. Similarly, after an investigation, the Australian government also concluded that 7% of Catholic priests across the country had been accused of child abuse between 1950 and 2010. As we all know, the teachings of Buddha Shakyamuni or Jesus Christ are practical truths that help elevate people's spiritual, intellectual, and moral realms. However, in reality today, many religious organizations are no longer genuine places of practice but merely resemble ordinary administrative institutions. If a practitioner only focuses on external appearances without sincerely upholding precepts internally or cultivating virtue according to the true standards of the Dharma, they have already strayed from the genuine path of practice. Prophecy proves more accurate, shouldn't. The greatest delusion of humanity in the age of the Dharma ending. Guru Padmasambhava also foresaw the deviant actions and thoughts of people in this era. He taught, people rush headlong down perilous paths never before taken, all sorts of heresies spring up like mushrooms, and behaviors once deemed depraved are now indulged. New ideologies clash with old customs, beautiful traditions fade away, and a blameworthy modern lifestyle leads to moral decay. People become trapped in their own wicked behaviors. Even those who uphold pure doctrines grow greedy, deceitful, and fail to fulfill their duties. Many people advocate superstitious practices like star offerings, disaster relief, or atonement rituals. They believe that no matter how many sins one has committed, just perform a worship ceremony, hire a shaman to pray, and you can be absolved of sin, no longer fearing retribution, believing you've already made amends to the spirit. Those who practice the Buddhist teachings are surely aware of the law of karmic retribution. This not only explains the root of human suffering. The important thing is to then help people cultivate moral integrity and avoid actions that harm others. The Buddha Shakyamuni taught humanity how to escape suffering. One must abandon evil deeds and desires for fame, profit, and lust. He once said, in essence, that he does not bestow blessings upon anyone, nor does he bring calamity upon anyone. All that one receives is created by oneself. Everything in life follows the law of cause and effect. To reap sweet fruits, one must sow good seeds. Nourish your soul with positive thoughts, live with integrity, and never cease to do good deeds. But perhaps nowadays, people no longer believe in that. During important festivals, many devotees try to stuff small bills into every crevice of Buddha statues, hoping to exchange those tiny coins for a bit of fame and fortune. They worship and pray devoutly, but in their hearts, there is no trace of morality or sincerity. When the spirit is lost and empty, people will reject the pure spiritual realm, disbelieve in the true teachings, and deny the law of cause and effect. They have lost their conscience, no longer knowing remorse or repentance. Every action is solely to satisfy their lust and material desires. That is also when humanity loses the protection and blessings of the divine. Alas, this is the greatest sorrow of human existence. The prophecy of the Dharma ending age and the final calamities of human existence. At that time, the vicious female demons will no longer receive any offerings. Therefore, lice multiplied rapidly and caused many diseases as well as terrible epidemics, harming both humans and livestock. The earthquake triggered unexpected floods, while fires, storms, and tornadoes ravaged the temples. The towers and cities vanished in an instant. When the French ravaged, the heavens wept, and floods and droughts struck relentlessly. The crops failed, epidemics raged, gradually pushing them into utter destitution. The wicked were as countless as the sands of the sea, while the good could be counted on one's fingers. Looking back on the recent past, it seems disasters have struck relentlessly, from pandemics, floods, and droughts to hailstorms, locust swarms, plagues, and devastating storms. It can be said that these calamities descended like a wake-up call for humanity. A prime example is the recent severe outbreak of the epidemic in India. Some believe this happened because they turned their backs on true values. India has long been regarded as the cradle of religion. From this place, the Kamuni relic has passed down his true teachings. But today, as genuine, authentic Buddhism gradually fades away. India is the birthplace of many major religions, yet it also harbors various superstitious practices and unique ritual ceremonies. Originally rooted in religious tones, it completely contradicts the true teachings of Buddhism. Could this also be a sign of the Dharma ending age as prophesied by Guru Padmasambhava? In China, disasters strike one after another. At the end of May, an earthquake occurred in China's Shaanxi, Yunnan, and Qinghai provinces. Zhejiang province experienced a mountain landslide, while Heilongjiang province was hit by a tornado. In June, many provinces in China were hit by a series of natural disasters, including hailstorms, earthquakes, landslides, and floods. In July, Henan province suffered severe consequences from the floods caused by heavy rain, accompanied by a large volume of water due to the authorities unexpectedly releasing floodwaters without prior notice. Grief and death are everywhere, impossible to ignore. Is this one of the clearest manifestations of the Dharma ending age? The ancients often said, heaven provides for every need. Perhaps the genius epidemic is merely a warning for the corrupted. You only lose true faith once you've overcome all those hardships. Those who persevere through challenges will surely be welcomed by a bright future. At that time, the epidemic subsided, the weather was favorable, and the harvest was abundant. The people live long, prosperous, and peaceful lives. No matter how peaceful life may be in the future, perhaps we should recognize and stop this before it's too late. This is the brightest future for all of us. The information just shared is also the final content of today's video. Please share your thoughts about modern life with us in the comments section below. Now, Kwam would like to say hello and wish everyone a wonderful weekend.